need to tell you guys how many pages I read yesterday. Because I am Gen Z, you know that means that I'm about to crank through the book. Some days I read 0 pages, some days I read over 100 pages, 40 pages. I can crank that out. Hello guys, welcome back. Today we are going to document how much I actually read in a week. I've made it a goal this month specifically to read more instead of like picking up my phone and scrolling. So I'm going to be very transparent and honest. I might not read this much every single week of the year. There are definitely some weeks where I only pick up a book a few times a week, but for the majority, I will say I read at least a little bit every single day. We'll just kind of see how this week plays out. So it's Monday, December 1st. Happy December 1st. And I'm currently reading 2 books, which literally never happens. I never am reading 2 things at once. However, one is like a physical book and one is an audiobook, so I feel like it kind of makes sense and kind of balances. My physical book is The Academy by Ellen Hildebrand. It's in my bedroom and I just don't feel like getting it, but you'll see what it looks like on the screen. And then my audiobook is A Court of Frost and Starlight. I also have this book physically, but I started listening to it on my way back to Charleston from my hometown after Thanksgiving. I'm about 50% of the way through The Academy and maybe like 5 chapters into A Court of Frost and Starlight, even though that book is really short. It's like 230 pages. So I have high hopes that we'll finish both books in this video and then be able to start brand new books. Maybe finish those 2, who knows? I don't wanna say too much, knock on wood. I'm about to clean and we're gonna put the audiobook on my Spotify on my TV, just to have in the background while I'm cleaning and making dinner. And then I'll catch up with you guys when I'm done doing that and when I'm like actually reading in bed. Also, I'll give you guys all my thoughts on like the books so far. Obviously, I'm in bed now, and I'm about to get to some reading. So I'm reading The Academy by Ellen Hildebrand. I'm currently on chapter 12. I'm on page 205, and there are, I love to like look at how many pages there are in a book, because you guys understand like where I'm at in the grand scheme of things. 417, oh no, that's acknowledgements page. 413, so basically halfway. So far I'm loving it. I love Ellen Hildebrand. She's one of my favorite authors. This book is definitely giving like the gossipier books of hers. You're just learning lore about rich people basically. We're learning about the characters at school and then also like kind of their parents and like people that work at the school and all of the things. It's not really like one main issue. It's just kind of like you're learning about different things that are all kind of creating, I guess, the issue at large. It's not really an issue at large. The only thing I would say I'm not like loving is just some of these chapters are so long and I'm just a short chapter kind of girl. Like I'm not even someone who needs to take a lot of breaks when I read, but like I just need to know that I'm making progress. And when a chapter is like 20 pages long, it feels like, oh my gosh, I just read so many pages. Like, I don't know. I kind of like having that little mark after like 8-10 pages where I can be like, oh, okay, I'm done with the chapter. And it like kind of makes you want to keep going. And this, I feel like once I finish a chapter, I'm like, all right, another chapter might be another 20 pages. And for some reason that's like psyching me out. But that's like the only thing I have to say, which is not a bad like issue to have, to be honest. So I'm gonna crack this open. We're gonna read a little before bed. This has kind of been my ritual, is like reading before bed. I just like to like wind down and not go on my phone. We're gonna read a little bit and then I guess I'll catch up with you guys tomorrow, but let's get to some reading. Hello, I just got home from work, hence the disheveled hair and just looking great. But happy Tuesday, it's day 2 of December, and also how much I read in a week. So let's recap. Yesterday I wrote it down, 26 pages of The Academy and 35 pages of A Court of Frost and Starlight. So that means I read 61 pages yesterday. Read/listened to 61 pages yesterday. I have an appointment in like an hour and a half, so I do need to leave soon-ish. Since I'm not doing like Vlogmas or anything where I film every single day consistently, I do want to show you guys my little advent calendar. It's from Trader Joe's. I already did day 1. They're just little chocolates. Day 1 was a Christmas tree, and I thought we could do day 2 together. Oh, it's a little present, if I can hold it. How cute is that? These are honestly really good. So I'm gonna eat, watch some YouTube, chillax, decompress a little bit, and then catch up with you guys when I start reading again. Hello, happy Wednesday. I am going to run some errands in a bit, but I wanted to talk about my books. I need to tell you guys how many pages I read yesterday. So yesterday I read 72 pages of The Academy. We're now in the end. We're in like the last 100-ish pages range, which if you guys know me, you know that means that I'm about to crank through the book. So we're probably gonna finish this today. When I get back, I'm probably just gonna eat and like read and low-key just try to finish it. Audiobook wise, I don't know. I might start reading the physical copy because I do have a physical copy of it, but that means we get to pick a new book either today or maybe we'll pick it tomorrow. Depends on when I finish this. I definitely won't start reading a new one until tomorrow. Maybe we'll pick a new one tomorrow then. But I have a couple books in my TBR, so we do have some things we need to read. I also have something on hold on Libby. So as soon as that becomes available, I need to read that too. But let's open my advent calendar really quick before I leave. Oh, it looks like a little wreath with a candle in it. These were like $2 at Trader Joe's. I got, I think 8 of them and I gave them to everyone I know. I think they're so cute. This chocolate tastes just like the chocolate they put in like the Easter bunnies that you get at Easter, like those hollowed chocolate Easter bunnies. That's what this chocolate tastes like. Okay, gonna go run errands, gonna come back, gonna read, I swear. For now, I'll see you guys later. It's 8:30 now and I've read like 70 pages. I'm on page 371. And I'm pretty sure I have like 40 pages left. And I'm just trying to decide, like, should I just keep reading until I go to bed? Or should I wait and finish it tomorrow? Like, 40 pages, I can crank that out, right? I mean, I read 70 pages in like an hour. Kind of just want to keep going. I'm just gonna keep reading, and then if it gets to be too late, I'll just stop, but like, it'll probably be fine. Hello, happy Friday. You're probably thinking, Emma, what do you mean? It should be Thursday. It's not. I didn't film at all yesterday. I will explain momentarily what happened, but first let's recap Wednesday. So as you guys saw, I finished The Academy. I read 106 pages, which I'm notorious for like being in the last 100 pages of a book and just having to finish it. Like I physically can't put it down because the last 100 pages I feel like is always like intense, especially in like a very plot heavy books. This is a very like character driven book, so I wouldn't say I like couldn't put it down, but I just wanted to finish it. And then on Thursday I read nothing. I had a work thing after work and honestly like went to that, came home and just went to bed because I had work today. So before we get into reading today, let's talk about The Academy because obviously I'm not gonna like talk about it on any other video this month. I really enjoyed it. I love Ellen Hildebrand. She is one of my favorite authors. I feel like I said that 1,001 times. And I feel like I love her books because they are so character driven and to me they're very, not mindless, but like I don't have to think too hard to read her books. It's all just kind of done for me. And they also don't like stress me out. Not that reading stresses me out, but I'm not like anticipating some crazy plot point to happen. So the character driven aspect, I definitely really enjoy. This book I've decided to give 3.75 stars. I gave it 4 on Goodreads, but I'm just rounding up. I'm trying to be better about my rating scale because I just give everything 4 stars and I want to be a little bit pickier for the next year for 2026, so I'm starting now. I did really enjoy it and I'm really glad I read it. I would recommend it. I'm gonna give it to my stepmom to read next, but it never just like gripped me so hard like I couldn't put it down. It does wrap up very nicely. I know there's another book coming out next year and there's like one plot point, I think just like one plot point that we kind of don't get a lot of closure on. I am intrigued by how the second book is gonna go. Like it'll be their senior year because it's their junior year in this book, I'm just kind of intrigued to see what happens. The two biggest things that I've seen people talk about are all the characters and that it's very Gen Z. As for the characters, I liked reading all the characters. I feel like I got a more roundabout idea of not only the school, but also just like everyone and their opinions. I will say at first I was a little like, wait, who is that? I had to go back and read it. But once I got into it, I could tell you who everyone was, and that was pretty easy. As for the Gen Z stuff, I don't know why, but like it doesn't bother me. I've seen so many people talk about how it's just like bothersome that they talk about like get ready with me's and TikTok trends and Taylor Swift and like the songs of their dances are like doses and mimosas, like stuff like that, which I do get is very Gen Z and very pop culture, but I don't know, it didn't really bother me. Like I definitely didn't think twice about it, maybe because I am Gen Z, but I don't know, for some reason it didn't really bother me. If this was like a fantasy book or like something that didn't take place at like a high school in 2025, maybe I would have like not loved it, but I feel like it made sense for the setting and the characters for them to talk about that stuff, so it didn't really bother me. As for what we're gonna do next, I am still reading A Court of Frost and Starlight. I'm honestly just listening to it, and I don't know why it's just slow moving for me. I feel like the last book is just so good, and like this one is just We're getting literally everyone's point of view, which is so odd. I was not expecting that. I don't know how I didn't know that. So I'm not really rushing myself to finish this one. So I'm thinking about picking another book off of my December TBR. I really want to read Emma. It's been on my shelf all year. It's been on my monthly TBR a couple times. I just feel like it's time to read it. I do also really want to read Once Upon a Broken Heart, but I'm like already reading a fantasy, so I don't really want to mix fantasies together. So I'm thinking we're gonna start Emma, maybe. I really don't even know what it's about, which is crazy. But I'll make a final decision later. I honestly am just so tired and like drained from this week, so I'm watching Vlogmas. I need to catch up because I have not been watching every day like I wanted to. So I might literally have some ice cream, treat myself. Oh my gosh, wait, let's open my advent calendar. I've opened a couple of days on here. I didn't open yesterday's on here, which sucks, but today is day 5. So let's pop her open. Oh, I think it's a trumpet or like a horn. Not a trumpet. Delish. I'm gonna chill out. Definitely gonna read before bed, but we're just gonna see if I start my new book or if I keep going with this one. Hello guys, I'm coming to you on Sunday. I did film some stuff yesterday, but for some reason it was all either blurry or it was just not, like I just didn't sound right. I don't know what was going on. So I thought I would just come on here and round out this video, kind of give you guys an update on what I read Friday, Saturday, and today, which is Sunday. As you guys saw, I've been listening to my audiobook today. I did some puzzles, painted my nails, all of the fun things. I did actually start the puzzles that I showed you guys, but my friends called me, and honestly, I needed a good catch up and like to talk to some of my friends. So I talked to them while I did a couple puzzles, and then now I'm just getting ready for bed. So let's rewind. On Friday, I started Emma by Jane Austen, and I read the first chapter, which was 11 pages. And then Saturday, I tried to keep reading Emma, and I think I read 3 more pages, and unfortunately I soft DNF'd it. I'm not like DNFing it, putting it off my list, but guys, that book was written in like 1815, and it's just hard like to read it and to like understand what they're saying because it just doesn't sound anything like books that I read now that are, you know, from like the 2000s or 2010s or 2020s, whatever. So that was a little bit hard, and I just decided like I'm not in the headspace to have to like think that hard about a book right now, so I did soft DNF it. But then I did read 1 chapter of this book after that on Saturday, and so I read 4 pages. So I read a total of 7 pages on Saturday. Today on Sunday, I have read 111 pages of A Court of Frost and Starlight. Well, I listened to them today mostly. And I don't have that much left. I don't even know how many pages technically I have left. It ends on page 229 and I'm on page 196. I'm not doing that math right now, but I don't have that many pages left, so I'm probably gonna either finish it tonight or tomorrow, but for the sake of getting this video up, I'm going to stop it here. I would say it was a very successful and honestly a very realistic week of me reading. Some days I read 0 pages, some days I read over 100 pages. That is genuinely just how it is for me. Like, some days I'm really into it and some days I literally don't even pick up a book. Hopefully this gave you guys a little more insight into what my reading looks like day to day or week to week. Thank you so much for watching. I cannot wait for you guys to see this and to see all the things I have planned this month. I love you so much and I'll see you so soon.